say my mom. She's very loving and caring, and she always wants the best for other people. She's the most selfless person that I know, and she just is always there for me and my brother, and she'll do anything to make whatever happen. She's always doing things for other people that they wouldn't necessarily ask for, but she's just super selfless and super caring and loving, and I guess those are kind of the traits that I've kind of taken over from her. Just kind of being selfless, just being that person that rather gives than receives.
She is motivated, athletic, and beautiful. She's always there to help people. The underclassmen that come in look at her like a big sister, and she's always there to help them. So I would say just how much she gives to others. Makayla's a go-getter. Like, she sees something that she wants and she's going to have it, whether you like it or not. She's very motivated. Her drive and the tenacity and the want that's there. I mean, we gave the opportunities to our kids, but they had to have the want and the drive to keep doing that, and she just has that. She's a fighter, and I mean, that's all her.
Something that she does that makes me laugh is probably putting on 90s music. So we're in the living room or just in the car and she starts busting out a dance or starts singing, and it always makes me smile and just laugh, just seeing her enjoy herself.
Oh my God, her one-liners, you can be having a conversation and she'll just say something random, or has the quickest comeback. She gets that from her father. So the way she just makes you laugh, just when you're down.
I would say that just her being able to be there for me and my brother just kind of encapsulates her and just the person she is, and moving her clients around because she's a cosmetologist. So just moving clients around to be able to be there for me and my brother whenever we needed it. Yeah, so I was about 10 years old when I started playing hockey, and that age you're still kind of trying to figure out what you like and don't, but she was definitely for me trying out hockey because my brother also played hockey, so it was kind of like a here we go moment because it's such an expensive sport. So yeah, she was all for it. My mom was super supportive with me in hockey, and so she would always be at every game that I played, or even when I didn't play, she would always be there. But I mean, whenever anything happened, she was always there first. So it always meant a lot to me, and that's still true to this day. Just outside of hockey, she was the same person, always there for me. She didn't have me. She didn't ever define me as her daughter that played hockey. It was just always her daughter first.
So she started hockey about 9 years old, and I had nothing to do with it. I grew up in a town that didn't have hockey until I was in high school, and then I was in a neighboring town. Her dad played hockey growing up and was a goalie. But yeah, she started at 9 years old, and it was only because her brother was playing and her dad was coaching him, and she tried basketball, cheerleading, all that, and she saw how much attention her brother was getting, so she decided she wanted to start mid-season at 9. We spent most of our time at the rink with her in hockey and her brother, but that's what we did as a family, and the road trips were cool, the tournaments were fun. First starting out, I didn't know a ton about hockey, just kind of learned it as I went along. When Makayla first got on the ice, it came so natural to her playing goalie that she kind of just evolved on her own, and she's very motivated, like I said earlier, and competitive, and so she pushes so hard, and the drive is just there to always become better. So as she was growing up and then started in the boys program, things got a little harder in the aspect of her fitting in and the boys not necessarily liking that she was there taking a position. So my role came in as just being there as a support system for her, somebody for her to talk to, and just help her get through those times. And even going into high school, and even into college, like, this is a hard sport to be in. It's very competitive, and she's in a position that there's only one spot and you have to fight for that. So just being there as like a sounding board for her, and helping pick her back up when she falls, having conversations about things that happen, because again, with her position, there's only one. So the same thing as when she was growing up, just being the sounding board, being there, and coming to all the games, supporting her, traveling, doing things, just letting her know that we're there, being present, I would say, is the biggest thing.
My mental health has played a big factor in these last 4 years, and so more recently she's been very, like I said, like, the biggest word is just being supportive. Like, she has always like been there for me and just supported me throughout this journey, and especially now it just means more than ever. Just as you get older, you kind of realize more things, and just how certain people play roles in your lives, and she's definitely a big one that's always been there. Like, even with like school, like, if I ever needed help, she'd always like try and help me. I mean, I don't ask for help that often, but when I do, she's always like there, and like, she never really says no to me asking for help, because she always wants to be there for me. And so yeah, outside of hockey, she just, like I said, supports me whenever I do, whatever life takes me. Yeah, I would say my mom and I probably have a call every day. Whenever she gets off of work, she'll give me a call in the car, and always talk about her days and just what's going on, checking in on each other.
As far as like schoolwork or whatever, she has a question, we're there, we're a phone call away. I think just, the phone calls, the text messages every day or every other day, checking in, I think is the biggest support for her. And then helping her with these huge life decisions. When you're done with college, it's like, oh boy, now life gets real. So just helping guide her in the right direction, and listening to what her plans are, and kind of discussing those things.
Just her being supportive, just being like my number one fan, even when like the times were rough, like, she was always there for me and always kind of talked me through it, just kind of like the pros and cons of everything, because it's never an easy road to get to Division I. So she was definitely very supportive and was always there for me.
I would say for the young female athletes, keep your head high, keep going. There's gonna be a ton of bumps in the road, and you just have to get over those bumps, and there's always good stuff on the other side of that. So just keep going. For the moms, you've got to stay strong. You've got to just be there, constantly check in, and just tell them how much you love them, because that means a lot.
Even though, like, when we're younger as kids, like, we don't express it enough with how much we appreciate everything you do for us. And it's never going to be easy, but it's all worth it in the end. And just know we love you so much.